Yep. Richo, first up, last match now for you guys before you start. How do you feel right now as a coach?
I certainly made some improvement today as a team. I thought that we were much more competitive for 4 quarters, whilst the second quarter was a disappointing quarter in terms of score against. On the whole, quality of opposition, to win clearances by 22, contested footy by 5, win the tackle count by 7. And it's been a real focus of our pre-season to be a really competitive, hard to score against footy team. So from that point of view, it was good. Certainly leaked a little bit on the scoreboard. That's a big score. We ended up having one more scoring shot. So there certainly more positives than negatives came out of the game, and some really good form by youngsters. Dunstan again, Webster, Wright. We thought that on the whole it was a reasonably positive day.
Now you've had the opportunity to look after your own club for a summer. How do you feel now that you've got the job?
Look, fantastic. Great, enormous responsibility, obviously, but the guys have embraced everything I've asked them. We've certainly thrown some challenges their way. There's going to be moments this year where there's going to be challenges. Certainly on the field. There's a potential we play a pretty young team at times, and we know that represents not only opportunity for young blokes but certainly challenges. And we need our leaders. We've got a really strong group. We need them to stand up and lead the way. And so far they've been good. It's only obviously incredibly early, but they've embraced it.
You know the other mob so well. Did you notice a lot of difference in what you'd left here a few months ago?
Look, there was some tweaks. Certainly, Polak obviously with his ball use and his ability to get outside at stoppages. He's going to be a real acquisition to them. I think White he was a bit lame early in the game, so perhaps didn't see as much of his run dash that he was brought to the footy club. Impey's looks like he's going to be a pretty good player off halfback. But look, they had a couple of players out. Obviously, Schultz is a really important player. Trengove is one of their leaders. Bobby Carlisle. So. There was some slight changes, but what was clear was their run after half time. I thought our guys in the end did reasonably well to hang in there and come back reasonably strongly late in the game because they're probably rated as one of the best running teams in the competition.
Two-part question from me. First, what did you set out to achieve in these matches? And second, did you?
In the 3 matches, Jasper? Yeah, look, it was as much about me having a look at the players. Primarily our focus for the whole 3 either NAB challenge or practice matches has been to work on what we focused on all pre-season. That's certainly our structure, at stoppage, that's at the source and in front or behind the ball, our ball movement, our term defence. So that's really what we're after, and it's about the balance of getting the right minutes into the right place so they're ready to go. So for our strategy was a little bit different to theirs today. We had a few more running through, and that was because I just needed to have a look at blokes. In fact, we've got a couple out in the track now to get a few more minutes into them because we couldn't get that through them today.
Yeah, but happy with it overall, those 3 matches?
We've had periods where it's been pleasing. There's been periods where we've been disappointed. Whilst we acknowledge we're going to be a young team at times, there's certain things that and I won't go into specifics that we want to stand for. And there's been a couple of occasions where we've been disappointing, but. On the large, in terms of having a look at guys, applying what we've done all pre-season to the game, and then committed to the way we want to play, I've been reasonably happy.
Have you had enough time, or has the pre-season just flown by for you as a personally as a coach?
No, look, it was a little bit late, in terms of the appointment. So with that, there was a little bit of a rush, but that's probably more in my head, to be honest. Yeah, I think we've had enough time. I think that there's a new coach. Sometimes that can take a while. But depending on the group, obviously Port Adelaide is a good example of where a new coach comes in and their message appeared to get through really quickly. They won their first 5 games. It may be that depending on the maturity of the group, we take a bit longer, but we'll just keep chipping away and working really hard. That's one thing I do know, that if you're prepared to roll your sleeves up and work at your game from a team perspective and an individual, eventually it'll work.
I saw you congratulating Luke just before. Does he look ready for senior footy?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, no, he's done everything right. He's had another impressive performance today. His ability to win the ball inside, big body to be able to take the pressure of the opposition, and obviously they've got a fairly impressive group in there. As I said, we were plus 22 in clearance, and we rate their clearance work really strongly. So for him to be a big part in that was impressive today, and his form through all the games has been strong.
And what about injury-wise? Saw Stanley grab his hammy at one stage?
Just
Bit
cramp. Yeah.
And Schneider?
Schneider got a whack to the back, but no, he's fine. We've had the all clear.
Everyone else is
Yeah,
fine.
everyone else is fine. Yep.
Nice, thanks.
Good on you guys.
Thanks, Richard.
Thank you.